Hello viewers and welcome to today's edition of the Sport Rap Show. My name is Limba Mupetami, your host. Now, without wasting any time, let's start off the show with a hit list. Three national relay records were broken at the Bank Windhoek Long Course Gala 2, which was held at the Olympia swimming pool over the weekend. In the girls 17 to 18-year-old category, the Aqua Swimming and Fitness Club team set a new 200-meter medley relay record of 2 minutes 20 seconds to break the former mark of 2 minutes and 24.73 seconds. With that, we end the hit list. Let's cross over to the Game Changers segment right after this break.
That's wonderful! And that is what champions do!
It feels good to football with GoTV.
Works the space well and scores!
Nobody but GoTV gives you all the games of La Liga and the DStv Premiership.
This is extraordinary! Oh.
The Premier League and UEFA games that matter and the world's favorite cup competitions. Get your Go Coder with 1 month of Super for only $799 to enjoy the football Vuma. GoTV. Love it.
In this week's episode, we feature 3 determined female runners from the Windhoek City Runners Club. Beata Shanika, Majori Mukasa, and Meki Nkekeki have recent Comrades Ultra Marathon experience, but also talk to us through the special challenge they completed in South Africa, a marathon and a half marathon on a consecutive days. Check out this interview.
Right, so we are here with 3 lady runners, members of Windhoek City Runners Club. You guys had a busy weekend. I see all of you a bit stiff in walking. So you had a busy weekend. So it's Beata Shanika, Marjorie Mukasa, and then Maggie Ngiki. So just tell us a little bit maybe about what you guys did last weekend. That is quite outstanding.
Last weekend we ran a Kapsa marathon, 42.2 kilometers on Saturday. Then from then we continued to go run a Soweto half marathon, which is 21.1 kilometers.
So it's 63 kilometers for the weekend for all of you.
3.3 kilometers.
Back to back.
All right, so you guys also, all of you are very serious runners. So all of you also competed in the Comrades, you said earlier this year.
Yeah.
So how did this weekend go for you? Did everything go according to plan?
All right. We are social runners. We took part, or basically we are part of the Windhoek City Runners Club. That is the main thing, because as being part of this club, it assists us with the training. So that is where then this weekend, for example, we could be able to do that, to go run in Nelspruit, the 42.2, and then drive for 400 kilometers to Johannesburg, and then go run the half marathon. So it's basically now due to the training, although it wasn't as anticipated, especially with the Nelspruit, the Kapsa Marathon. But yeah, with the help of the training that we get from the Windhoek City Runners Club, that is the outcome whereby we are able to do that back to back.
Okay, so the route, was it very hilly, or how did you find the route?
The route was very hilly, but it was also a bit steep down one. So it's like you are using all your muscles, your hamstring and your squats. So it was quite a tough route, because even the locals in SA complained about the route. But it was a good experience. I think it's a good experience for us that are running again next year, Comrades.
The altitude, I think, between Windhoek and Joburg, I think, is similar. So did you feel the altitude, or was it not much of a factor?
I think with the Soweto Marathon in Johannesburg, I would say it's quite fine. The altitude is similar to that of Windhoek. The only challenge is that it was done after we had done a full marathon. So it was on tired legs. So yeah, that is where the challenge comes in, because with Nelspruit, like Maggie indicated, you are basically going down and you are using all your muscles. So we were so tired. You could see how we were walking. So imagine now after doing that for 42.2, then you come the next day and now you are trying to climb hills and whatnot. It was something else. But it's worth it. If we could do it today again, we could do it.
Is this a sort of challenge that you would recommend for runners, or do you think it's something special to take on?
I highly recommend it. Everyone should set up their own challenges. There are those who set up challenges to run like the Comrades Marathon, which is...
Right, so we are here with three lady runners, members of...
It was quite a tough route because even the locals in SA complained about the route, but it was a good experience. I think it's a good experience for us that are running again next year, Comrades.
The altitude, I think, between Windhoek and Joburg, I think, is similar. So did you feel the altitude, or was it not much of a factor?
I think with the Soweto Marathon in Johannesburg, I would say it's quite fine. The altitude is similar to that of Windhoek. The only challenge is that it was done after we had done a full marathon. So it was on tired legs. So yeah, that is where the challenge comes in, because with Nelspruit, like Maggie indicated, you are basically going down and you are using all your muscles. So we were so tired. You could see how we were walking. So imagine now after doing that for 42.2, then you come the next day and now you are trying to climb hills and whatnot. It was something else. But it's worth it. If we could do it today again, we could do it.
Is this a sort of challenge that you would recommend for runners, or do you think it's something special to take on?
I highly recommend it. Everyone should set up their own challenges. There are those who set up challenges to run like the Comrades Marathon, which is plus minus 90 kilometers. There are those who run 7 marathons in 7 days, in 7 continents. There are various challenges out there, and for a runner, you always want something new. Like now we have done this, we don't know what we'll do next year, but there will be something apart from the Comrades.
And there are also people that ran 42 at Nelspruit and still went to run 42 at Comrades. So
It's Soweto.
It's Soweto.
All right. So how do you guys feel about your times that you achieved in these races? Do you see improvement in your let's say in your season, or in your whatever you're working towards?
I think time on a run is really, you can't compare it unless it's the same marathon, same route, because every run is different. So this one was a totally different route that we never ran before, and it makes it difficult to compare that now I ran this, can I compare this time to this marathon or to the other? So every run is different, but it was not much of a disappointment, although we expected better.
We now head over to the sharpshooter segment right after this break.
We've always had the bravery to stand up for what is Namibian, from protecting our homes to fighting injustices. We still celebrate what it means to us and raise a glass to those who show their bravery. No matter how they take on the world, with all this potential in the land of the brave, what will you do to make this Namibia your Namibia?
Former Namibian footballers, the legends of the game, will face South African legends on Saturday at the Independence Stadium in the Dr Hage Geingob Cup. Well, of course, we caught up with one of the legends, Bimbo Tjihero, who will captain the side, as well as Rusten Mogane, who will be coaching the team as they gear for the match. Now, of course, if you're in Windhoek and have nothing to do, please do head over to the Independent Stadium on Saturday to catch this match. Well, of course, here are the interviews with Bimbo as well as Rusten Mogane. Joined by Mr. Bimbo Tjihero, the legends of Namibia, football legends of Namibia, at some stage even the coach of Brave Warriors. So these guys are getting ready to play the Legends of South Africa on Saturday. So I caught them at training today, and of course just a small interview to find out how has training been as of late, Mr. Bimbo.
Ash, thank you very much. I think you get us off guard here. When we heard the news and when we were informed that there is the 9th Dr Hage Geingob Cup, which will be celebrated on Saturday the 18th of November, we were informed by the organizing committee of Dr Hage Geingob Cup that you guys have been selected to represent the country, but normally their focus was more on the class of 98, which was the most successful team when it comes to the national team. So it was so exciting. When we were informed, we started training maybe a month ago on our own. But then later we thought that why can we not regroup ourselves and come together and train as a team with the involvement of our previous coach, Mr. Rusten Mogane. So we started with the training of the inception of the training. We started last week on Monday at this Eros soccer field through Doggy Schmidt, who's having a soccer team who normally practice here. So we started a week ago, and weekends we are normally off, but normally we were told by the coaches or even us ourselves that we need to behave because we need to showcase on the 18th, and the nation really is expecting, and they were always questioning, and there was questions around all the towns and say, where are they today? That was the slogan. People wanted to know what is happening with this, all the ex-footballers, the good players, the legends of Namibian football. Now I think the 18th on Saturday will be the platform for the nation to see where they are, in what good shape they are. So I think here, I don't know why you are smiling, maybe you see different shapes here, but that is not our idea. But the main objective is us to showcase. We need to appreciate the cup. We need to give back to the nation what they were longing for such a long time. And I think our appearance will have a significant role when it comes to Namibian football.
Okay, sure. Okay. Mr. Bimbo, just speaking about you guys training, and of course, I mean, it's been a long time since you have been on the field and starting to train again. I don't know if in your one of your hobbies, if it's training, I mean, keeping fit, but when you got back to the field, or rather just got back to fitness, how has it been so far? Maybe just speaking about the knees, how is the body reacting to the training?
We thought when you are training on your own and you are taking a jog maybe 2 or 5 kilometers a day or even twice in a week, and the way how your lungs are breathing, you think you are fit. So when we regroup and came back to the playing field, the so-called 100 by 100, these 1 hectares, it's not easy. And the age is just the number, but it's against us. Now, the first week, we thought, maybe the muscles, they went to sleep. But now we are trying to bring it back, that energy back, but it's not easy. And everybody, every day, you will see an ex-footballer sitting on the side, and then you are wondering what is going on. Then you see sometimes he's complaining about the right knee, he's complaining about the back, he's complaining about the hamstring and everything. It's not easy. And I think when you are young, really things are in order, but when you are aging, it's serious. And it becomes a little bit irritating. So whenever you see it's 5 o'clock, you need to drive and go to the training field. It's so sour, but it's nice. But the organs, the joints, it's a little bit tough, man. But we'll see.
Yeah. Okay, now just 2 things before I let you go. In this modern day of football, there's quite a lot of aspiring footballers that have come up. There's really guys that have been doing so well. I mean, if you could right now, if maybe you were in your 20s, would you really still want to play football in this modern day?
I think we were the gate openers for international football. So worldwide or even on the African continent, we were not acknowledged or even recognized what Namibia talent is. But the day when we started participating in most of the tournaments like the AFCON, the World Cup qualifying, this group of legends from the 90s, they opened the gates for the youngsters now. I mean, if I was 20 years old, I can rest assured I could not even play here in Namibia. I could have been somewhere. Because if you look in the group and if you look at the pool of players, and specifically the legends, these are talented born strikers, defenders, midfielders. Now, current youth, people are putting structures in place. That's why we're having a lot of youth developments. We call it soccer academies. But many years back, the only soccer academy which was there, it was the schools. You know, the under 14, the under 15, under 7, and this is where people used to show off their talent. And the pool was a little bit big. It was not centralized, it was decentralized because everybody could have been representing his own region. I mean, among all the 4 regions. But if I was young, really I could have found myself somewhere.
Okay. 2 last things. I want you to send a message to the Legends of South Africa. These guys are coming to Windhoek sometime this week, facing you guys. What is the message that you want to send out to them for Saturday? And of course to the audience that are listening right now, people that have been following your career, the people that, you know, the small boys that want to be like, one day like, oh, I want to play like the likes of Bimbo one day. What is the message that you'd like to send out?
The message is clear. I think when we launched the Dr Hage Geingob Cup a month ago, I think one of the legends from South Africa, they were invited to come and be part of the launch. And I think the same messages, I'm just going to copy and paste it again and highlight it nicely again. If they think they will come here and just maybe to showcase as history, and I will use the past as a reference, you know, the South Africa, we don't want to lose again Bafana Bafana. Since our playing days, we play against them maybe 3 times and we never lost on our home soil. You know that we call our independent stadium the slaughtering house. So that will repeat again this Saturday, and I'm warning them, they're gonna run for their money. It's not gonna be easy. I know in their lineup they have also mixed up a little bit because they have introduced youth so that they can make us tired. But most of us, we also include some youth, so it will be a competitive, but it's not easy, and I think we'll showcase what we can do.
Okay, and to the fans, why must the people buy the tickets to come watch you guys play?
I think the brand itself, if you mention the class of 90 days, it's a brand on itself. So I will invite all the Namibians in all the 4 corners of this country to come into numbers, to come and see your favorite legends, whom you always used to ask through all different platforms, could be on social media, could be on radio, television, and say, where are they today? Come and see them, how they're gonna perform again. So I want that stadium to be filled up to capacity, and I'm inviting everybody. The gates are opening at 9. I think when we used to play against Bafana Bafana, when the game is 4 o'clock already, that field is the stadium is already 10 o'clock, is full to capacity. That is the same energy we are asking for the nation to come into numbers and to support us. The only thing what we need is the 11. We are 11 in the field, but we want the 12 men. Who's the 12 men? That is you, the spectators. Come into numbers, come and see us playing a game on our slaughtering house.
Mr. Rusten Mogane, of course we have the Legends of Namibia playing South African Legends on Saturday. One of the matches that will be played in the Dr Hage Geingob Cup. You are the coach of the Legends of Namibia. How has training been so far?
You know, let me just give you a picture. We have called up 33 players. Most of them are from outside, but we have at least 20 of them around here. So far we started last week, on Monday, so we are now more or less 1 week in training. It goes well. Of course, some of the players didn't play for a long time, but some of them are in social leagues, and it means they are playing some games now and then, but not competitive. Now, of course, we know it's like some people call it entertainment, but we want to make sure that we don't bring our name down. So I have 33 players, and I must make sure that all of them are playing without trying to let us lose. So I think the cooperation is very good. Players are really giving all what they can. They are cooperating, they are disciplined, and I must tell you, so far the organization is very good. Amos gave us a good talk about what will happen on that day. So we are ready, so to speak.
So having been a coach for a very long time, and of course coming back to train these guys, how does that feel for you?
No, I feel good. I feel very good knowing, some of these players are national players and some of them are not national players, but some of them are legends of their clubs. And as a result of that, they are legends of the country. So, and I also coach some of them on club, because I also coach some clubs. So I know them very well. They have respect for me, I have respect for them. And of course, as a coach, I don't stop learning. I always read, I watch games, and so on. So they've learned a lot from me. They said, "Oh, coach, yeah, really, why don't you coach again?" I said, no. It's only that I keep myself abreast with the latest. So I'm very happy that I'm again back to the old players I know. I'm just waiting for some of them to come. I have the memories of some of the games that we played. The Gabon game, which was the most important game that we qualified. The Ivory Coast game that we played, we were 3-0 down. We came back, we lost 4-3. The South African games that we won here. So it's really a good thing to come back to my players that I coach. It's now nearly more than 25 years.
Yeah. So, Mr. Rusten, for some of us, we only got an opportunity to see you coach on TV, and we'd read about Mr. Rusten Mogane. It's actually my first time also interviewing you.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so it's an honor for me as well. Now, there are a lot of people that are looking forward to this match. I mean, it's legends. They're not playing for any cup, or for any title, but of course they're playing for pride as well.
Yes.
But there's a lot of people that are looking forward to this match on Saturday. Is there maybe a message that you'd like to send out to them?
Yes, I would like to tell the public out there, the football supporters, the people that love, let's say the brave warriors. I see it in that way. Come and see what happened. There are some youngsters, as you know, 25 years ago. So there are some of the youngsters who didn't see them playing. So come, everybody, and of course, there are some people already ask me about it. Come and watch how our legends are playing. Give them that respect, support them, so that they feel they are still part of us, of the country, and that they are respected by the crowd. So the message out there is come and support us.
Thank you so much, Mr. Rusten.
It's a pleasure.
The Brave Warriors match against Equatorial Guinea is underway in Malabo as we speak in the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifying campaign. The match right now is 0-0, so please do keep an eye on our social media platforms for those results. Well, up next is Globetrotter, the segment that ends today's show with Ari Hogad, so please do not move an inch.
Win a double trolley dash in our birthday bonanza while saving on these. Get 750-gram Nola Street-style mayo for $27.99. 1 liter Clover New Mel for just $15.99. 500-gram Bacomo cornflakes for just $29.99. 2 times 1.25 liter Coca-Cola for $24.99. And 5 kg Top Score Super Maize for $59.99. See the details of our incredible double trolley dash competition at www.vurmanbrock.com.
Good day everyone, time for international sports news and starting off with tennis news. First, the ATP finals being played in Turin, that's in Italy. The top 8 best players in men's tennis are playing in the finals. Good result for local boy Jannik Sinner. He's just 22 years old and he beat Novak Djokovic. Djokovic is 36 years old but still the world number 1. It is Sinner winning that game 7-5, 6-7 and 7-6. Very tough game indeed, and it took 3 hours and 9 minutes for Sinner to win that game. Not all over for Novak Djokovic to go through to the semi-finals. The top two in each group of four will go through to the semi-finals. It is Djokovic that next play against Hubert Hurkacz. It is Hubert Hurkacz that is in the tournament now because Stefanos Tsitsipas had to withdraw because of injury. But if Djokovic can beat Hurkacz, then he will definitely be in the semi-final. In the other four players in the group, on the top 8 of the ATP finals, there is Daniil Medvedev. He is the world number 3. He is one of the favorites to go through in that side of the draw, together with Alexander Zverev. And continuing international sports news with soccer news, and it is news from Manchester City that plays in the English Premier League. They're not only doing well in winning trophies, they're also doing well making money. And in the 2022-2023 financial year statements, it is Manchester City that announced a total revenue for that financial year of 712 million euros, so quite a big amount of revenue that was created by them. And they also announced that they had profits of 80 million euros, so a good season or good year for Manchester City. Of course, they won the treble. That means they've won the English Premier League, also the FA Cup and the Champions League all in 1 year, and the second time ever that's happened in soccer history. So Manchester City doing well on the field and also financially. And closing off today's international sports news with golf news and the new world rankings, men's world rankings out. It is Scotty Scheffler of the USA still the world number 1, followed by Rory McIlroy number 2, and then Jon Rahm is number 3 in the world at the moment. The biggest jump on the world rankings is Camilo Villegas, and he won the past weekend the Bermuda Championship, and it's his first win in 9 years, so he was number 318 in the world. After the win, he jumped 155 places. He's now 163rd in the world. Also news.
That ends today's Sport Wrap show. Do catch us again tomorrow, same place, same time.